Yo, it's Nino. I'm here with We Love Hip Hop. We're here.
All right. Okay, so let's get this popping.
Yo, I think my internet's slow for this.
Why, are you getting a delay?
We're getting a delay.
Yeah, we're experiencing technical difficulties.
Yo, someone's killing the internet.
You have any apps running? Maybe you gotta close the apps. Try closing
any background. Anything in the background running in the background.
Yo.
There we go. All right.
Looks clear now.
Okay, dope. All right, I'm just locking the meeting because, you know, I don't want no, what do you call it, no jackers trying to get in, those Zoom jackers or Zoom crashers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What are they called? Zoom crashers?
Yeah. That's what
they call them, Zoom crashers?
That's what CP24 called them. You know what I'm saying? But we got Nino Luey in the mother building. What
alumni?
Yeah, man, like 2-3-time alumni at this point now. You know what I'm saying? But behind the scenes, and what we were saying before, like 3-time alumni, 2-time alumni. You've been like BTS behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? What's been going on, man?
I've been in the scene.
What's been?
Fuck, everything's kind of calm right now because it's right, so it's kind of calm. Like there's still shoots here and there, but not like before this, you know?
Zoom bomb in the background. You're getting Zoom bombed. You're getting photo bombed in the back.
This guy.
This is part of the new normal. You know what I'm saying? Last time we spoke, we were in the studio and stuff like that, like with El Mocha last time.
Els.
Yeah. Els. Shout out to Els.
Yeah. So how you been quarantining?
Bro, what quarantine, bro? I'm still moving active like this shit's not even here. But to be honest, it's like I'm not seeing too much people. I only see 1-2 people, but I'm still active. I'm moving around, you know, but still walk around with a mask here and there when I need to, you know?
Yeah. And you shoot like mad music videos for like, you know, some of the biggest rappers in the scene, right? Like,
I've been doing it it's been a minute. Like I've been doing this for like 9 years now, right?
Yeah.
I actually just ran into a picture I posted 9 years ago today. It was one of Peter Jackson when he did one with Dred like 9 years ago.
Wow.
He did a video with one
Dred
of the
from Naughty by Nature.
Yeah. So that was like 9 years ago, and I was with
name drop like with Tretch,
Yeah. No, it was a cool experience because at that time I didn't know what I was really like doing. I just got a camera and I was kind of like working on. I don't know if you're familiar with G Dot, but at that time G Dot was popping off with Savy and like fuck a lot of people. You know what I mean? So he's the one that took me to that video shoot, and I was taking a couple pictures, and then it came up today. I was like, damn, I've actually been doing it for a minute. So I've been in it for a while.
And even like the mastery time, 10 years. Yeah, so you're about to hit that 10-year mark where they say you've mastered your craft, right?
Yeah, I'm probably around 10 years, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm probably there.
Yeah. And we're definitely going to get into like some of your backstory, but even with going on now, how is it like with the whole pandemic happening now? How's that affecting you with the video shoots and stuff like that?
Like I said, like it's less now because I'm not allowed to rent out the studios where we're going to have like 20 heads, 30 heads in there. You know, so like I've been trying to transition more into more professional work, so I've been trying to utilize these studios a little more, mix it a little bit with the street shit. But ever since COVID, you can't really rent out these spots no more. So it's kind of, it has taken a toll, but I'm still getting the bag regardless. You know, it's just not as big, it's not as often, but it's still it covers the bills.
Yeah, what's a post video look like right now for you?
I'll put just simple, bro. Just like simple easy. I'm done in an hour just because there's not much things you can do now, you know, like hour or two, couple locations and you're off, you're gone, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even,
are you going to multiple? So do you still find that you're going to multiple locations when they're trying to be as creative as possible?
Yeah, but not really, you know, like some of these guys just want the same typical shit. So like you kind of go in there, you go in there with the same mentality that you know you're gonna be done like an hour or two, because it's very, to me, like I already know. So I just go in there with those shots, boom, and I'm out.
Quick segue on that. Do you try to like put in your creative input to like
sure, because sometimes
doing?
sometimes some of these artists don't know how to act in front of the camera, right? So you gotta tell them like a little more energy, motivate yourself. You know, you're talking to a crowd. You're not just talking to a camera. Like at the end of the day, when I upload this, it's gonna be in front of like thousands of people. So you gotta keep that energy alive. It's not just us here. You gotta act like we're on stage and there's bare people. You know?
Yeah. Herc, what were you gonna say?
I'm good.
Yo, so
sorry.
Even from like you talking about like the videos that you were doing from way back, right? Like you just mentioned the Peter Jackson video.
Yeah.
Right? Can we go a little bit even before that? Like the Nino Luey, before Nino Luey, before even El Nino times. You know what I'm saying?
Like what space? Like what do you mean? Like
okay,
before I picked up the camera? Like
okay, what ends? Like you're from the West End, right?
So I've been all over the place, brother. So I literally grew up in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Okay.
For a couple of years, it was known as murder capital. A lot of bad shit happened. A lot of shit still happens. And then I moved out to the Niagara Falls area back in like 2005, and then I stayed there till like 2011, and then moved to Toronto, and then I was back and forth with Toronto, and then I picked up a camera, and I realized it's not gonna happen in Niagara Falls. There's not enough rappers. There's not enough, you know. So I moved, and I officially like set foot in Toronto 2014, like right on New Year's, like January 1st, and then within a year I was already working with Pressa, so it was a smart move.
Wow. But okay, but I feel like we have a tune together.
No, I'm not. I used to rap, but I never took it far. I never went anywhere else. I know there's another El Nino rapper back in the day, but I was El Nino the camera.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
No, it's not, because.
But I know which one he's talking about. I've heard of him.
I want to make sure that's clear. Maybe I might be thinking the same thing as somebody else.
Right? No. I know
you should know who you put out music with, huh?
No, it's all good. It's easy to mistake people, especially with a name so unique. And
no, we're just breaking Friday's balls.
Yeah,
because he's a retired rapper, you know.
Hey.
Yeah, I try to think back in the day, like long time ago, and then I just felt like too camera shy. I wasn't like, you know, I was like, it wasn't my thing. I'm like, this. I'll be behind the camera. Fuck all that.
I know exactly what you're talking about, brother. I know that feeling.
Yeah. So the first video I feel like I found, and maybe I didn't dig deep enough, because you mentioned now Peter Jackson, is the Cardinal Official video, where you traveled.
So when I first moved to Toronto,
sorry,
I have a friend.
Before you start, I'm hearing some like noise in the background.
Yeah, it's I'm getting it turned off right now.
I don't want to get the algorithms messed up on YouTube there.
True. So, what was I saying?
The Cardinal video.
So back in the day, when I was running with Savy and Union Gang and all that, there's a friend of ours. His name is Ki. He's actually Jordan's blood, JRDN. He's his blood brother. And I would always go see Cashmere. I don't know if you're familiar with the director Cashmere.
Alumni.
They're alumni.
So Ki used to always bring me to Cashmere spot, and I knew what Cashmere was doing at that time, you know. And then I was like, "Yo, Cash, are you looking for an intern or anything?" But it took me a while to ask. You feel me? Like I seen her a few times until I felt like I was ready to really take on that role. Then I was like, "Yo, Cash, you looking for an intern?" And then she's like, "You know what? Yeah, I am." 2 weeks later, she flew me out to Dominican. I met Cardi. It was all paid for, like amazing package. I got my own room. It was just an amazing work experience, you know. And that was all within that time frame, within that year where I just moved to Toronto. So at that time, I felt like, yo, I made the right decision. Like this is all going as planned so far. You feel me?
Yeah.
Then,
That was the first job when you moved to Toronto?
No, not the first job. I was already like working on my name. Like I was already dealing with a few people like Casper, Pressa. I was working with a few other people that were blowing up. I shot Northside Benji's first video. I left Hollywood. At that time, I was building my name up.
Okay.
So I knew I had to build myself up before I could really show like some kind of craftsmanship when I asked to be an intern. Like I didn't want to just go empty-handed. Like I have no knowledge of nothing.
Yeah.
So I went in there, and then things started popping off. Things were going good, and then I came back.
Dominican.
Yeah, I came back from Dominican, and the cuffs were slapped on the wrist, and so I caught the charge, and then
Whoa! You can't just jump past that. Yeah, I caught it. The cuffs were slapped on the wrist, and so yeah. Well, why were you cuffed?
So at this time, I don't know if this is actually information.
We don't need to get too personal, but like,
but at this time, like things are going so good for me. Like maybe like a couple weeks prior, I was at Peter Russell's house, the comedian. So we were
Russell
working
Peters.
on
Russell Peters. That was a good way to say it. That was a good way to say it, though.
Yeah. So Russell Peters, I have all these people I'm working with. I'm working on this DJ with a few friends, DJ documentary with a few friends. So as soon as I got my charge and I got locked away or whatever, all my opportunities were gone. So after that, I was supposed to go back with Cardinal to Africa with Kashmir to shoot another video. They had a stopover in Paris. I was supposed to go to Tokyo. I missed out on the whole Boy Meets World tour with Drake, like, because when Pressa got invited to go, I missed out. Oh yeah, that was a flight risk. I couldn't do nothing. So for like, I think for 2 years, I couldn't travel. And so it really made me step back a lot. Like there was so much more potential for me, and then that shit just shut everything down.
Wow. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, I missed out on a lot, but that's why if you want to do this thing, even as a rapper or artist, anybody that's working on trying to get across the border and do bigger things, stay away from getting in trouble or getting locked up, any kind of that, because it will haunt you.
Preach, brother.
Like this happened to me in 2015. I think I can't even go for a pardon for another 5 years, 5-6 years. You know what I mean? So it's like
relate.
Make sure that you stick to your craft. Don't be in no trouble. You know, like just chill.
Yeah.
That sucks, man. Those opportunities that you missed out because you caught a charge.
Yeah.
So bullshit. Yeah. And people don't realize that little charge, like you said, now you got to wait 5 years or 7 years or whatever it is till you get your pardon before, like, that's real sticky, man. That sucks.
It makes me wonder. Sorry. No, go.
No, go ahead.
It makes me wonder, like, because you're still like a very prominent video director or videographer right now, right? How do you stay motivated, or how did you stay motivated to get to where you are right now?
Well, I was still working with Pressa, right? So I had a lot of things still going. I still had a lot of videos to do in Toronto here. I had a big I still had my ambition, like besides my charges, like I still need to get to that bag. I still need to get to that money. I still gotta figure shit out. And at that time, because of who I was shooting for, it was coming consistently. So even though I had all these other charges and all these things going on with court and going back and forth, I still had my name. So my name was still established in Toronto for me to continue. So even if I felt like there's days where I want to quit, I'm like, this shit, I'll get a message from somebody like, yo, I need you to shoot a video next week. Are you available? And it'll be somebody that already has a platform or recognition in the city. So it's like, okay, this could be good for me as well. So get to it,
Yeah.
There's enough money for everybody to eat in Toronto. Like there's shooters, there's like over 30 shooters now, like 40 shooters, and there's enough money for all of us.
Yeah.
You mean to specify when you say shooters, cameramen?
Cameramen.
We don't with the climate in this city, the climax in this, or the climate, not the climax, the climate in this city, you can't be saying there's about 30-40 shooters.
Yeah.
They may take it the wrong way.
We know what you mean.
We know.
Yeah.
But for the other people listening in the cubicle gang and stuff like that, the guys that are civilians are like, huh? There's 30 shooters.
We're talking.
30 shoot. Oh my god.
4K shooters, 6K shooters.
Karen, did you hear that?
Karen, did you hear? There's 30 more shooters.
Oh man. But okay,
that's crazy.
Let's go back to Demiana for a second, because you mentioned that previously during our conversation right now. But that video is like in the millions right now. Was that your first over 1 million video?
That was my first over 1 million video. Before that, I worked with Kid from G Unit and
I remember him.
Double XL. It was for the freshman list, and that was my first video to go viral. So he did a remix to 10 bands for Drake, and then I just followed him. We were just chilling all day around the city in Toronto when he came by, and that was the first video to actually go viral. But my first video to hit 1 million was with Pressa, and then me and Pressa consistently did that for like 8 videos.
How did you build that relationship with Pressa? Because like he doesn't have like a lot of people in his circle. You know what I'm saying?
So I have a longtime friend named J Mac. You guys are familiar with J Mac?
the producer.
So me and him were friends.
Ooh, shout out J Mac.
Shout out J Mac. Me and him were friends 10 years ago. Same city, same cat. We both moved to Toronto with the same goal. Him was producing. I came for the video. So knowing him for years and him knowing me, he's like, yo, I have this guy for you. He's special, man. He has it. And you know what I mean? Like, I would like for you to shoot a video. I'm like, let's do it, bro. Let's do it. Not a problem. So there's actually a first video before Dead Miana that no one really knows about that I shot with Pressa. And it's still there. He said he'll release it one day, but I made Pressa look like there was 2 of them. So he's talking to himself, like he's teaching game to a younger Pressa, you know?
Okay.
And so we never released it. We didn't feel like that was the song yet. So then we went and shot Dead Miana, and it was a good choice, to be honest.
Maybe you guys should put it on a documentary or something.
Oh, bro, I have so much footage, and you have no idea how much I have in my hard drive from just me and Pressa chilling and doing our thing. Like, maybe one day I'll give him all the footage, you know? Give him all the footage. He has a lot of the footage, but I have more shit that he hasn't touched yet.
Yeah. How did you learn your craft, man? Like, editing and all of that. You do the editing as well, right?
Yeah, so basically, brother, at the time when I was just getting into it, bro, YouTube is like the master of anything you need to learn, brother. You want to fucking learn how to cook rice, learn how to cook rice. But if you want to know how to shoot a video and get into the settings, just YouTube, brother. The funny thing is, I tried to sign up for Film Academy downtown Toronto.
Okay.
And then because I'm not a citizen, I'm a what's it called, permanent resident. OSAP. I showed up for my first day of class. OSAP didn't want to give me the money because there's no guarantee that I could pay it back. And so I showed up for my first class, and they told me, like, sorry, brother, OSAP didn't really come through, so you got to go.
That's messed up.
Whack.
And so I went to Kashmir, and Kashmir is probably like, yo, that would have been the worst decision you've ever made. And honestly, like, you everything you learn out here, free of cost, you know, you'll be taxed trying to learn this shit.
Yeah. Shout out to Kashmir for that.
It was a blessing in disguise, really.
Yeah, to be honest, because like, if I think for a 6-month course or a 7-8 month course or something like that, it was like 20 bands.
Wow.
You know? But I was so eager to like want to learn. I was down to be in that kind of debt, you know. But then I'm like, fuck it, I'll just pick up. I picked it up on my own, brother. Just, you know, trial and error practice for a bunch of free videos, you know.
Yeah.
I got there.
No, that's game. That's good for people to know, because it's like there's no gatekeeper or anything when it comes to doing this. You could just do it if you learn how to do it.
Honestly, it's a good craft, bro. And if honestly, there's been days where it's like, yo, shit is dry. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen, and boom, a video comes in. It's an easy couple, you know.
Yeah.
You're blessed. So it does help me. It does help me stay above water, and it's fun. At the end of the day, I like it, and especially when you know it's someone that's about to blow. You know, like when you find somebody and they're about to blow, and you have them next to you, it's a good feeling, you know.
Can you identify that? Can you feel that when you hear somebody's tune, you're like, yeah, that guy's got it. He's next.
So for Dead Miana, brother, it took me like, I don't know. I think Pressa was getting pissed at some point because I was editing the video, but while I'm editing, bro, I would just turn up. like I'd just be like, I'd stand up and start dancing because Demiana was a hard track. And it took me a long time to just sit down and just focus and not be super extra and just edit the video until it's done and send it off, you know? But to me, that was my favorite one-room video I've seen so far. Like, the energy in that room was sick. Like, Pressa dancing and shit was pretty lit. Like, I liked Demiana for what it was.
Yeah. So you felt the vibe. You knew that was going to be a big tune.
Oh, yeah.
So
I couldn't. When you can hear a song over 100 times and not be bored of it, you know it's a hit.
Facts. Yeah, you're right. I never really thought about it that way.
Like if you can just keep playing that shit and keep playing that shit and you don't find yourself being sick of it, you know it has something. It has some kind of substance.
So
I never looked at it that way. That's a good one.
Yeah. Even like, and you've proved that as well, because one of the times that we've seen you, or one of the first time we reunited or seen each other again is through Road Runna.
Yeah. So Road Runna, I found him. I was scrolling through Instagram one day, and he just released a little snippet to Guns to Guitars. I was like, "Yo, this shit is fire, bro!" Like, and me, I have my name. It's already established. My resume, all that is in my bio. So I figured I hit him, you know, and he'll agree. I'm thinking like, yeah, he'll probably fuck with me, you know, and he did. We met the next day and started talking, and boom, that's when Guns to Guitars came out. But and then right now he's locked up. But I was going through my tweets, and the man hit me up in like 2017 in my DMs, and I barely used Twitter, so it's like he was already reaching out to me like long before I even knew he existed, you know. So that's how you know destiny
it's meant to be.
Yeah, it lines up, you know, because after Guns to Guitars, all the videos we've shot, like his momentum's been great, the videos been great,
amazing.
The energy's been great, the feedback.
Yeah, he has a big following.
Yeah,
huge following.
Yeah, have you been able to speak to him like since his incarceration, and like how's he doing?
I talked to him last week. He's doing good. He said he's had to dummy a few people, you know, but he's in there trying to keep his head up, you know. But he'll be out. He said he should be out soon. Like, they're just trying to get everything straight. But I talked to him last week. He's in high spirits. He's just wondering what's going on out here. I told him it's boring right now. Let's just keep it moving, you know.
Okay, well, shout out to Road Runna. That's alumni right there. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Road Runna.
Yeah,
facts.
What's one of the craziest thing that's ever happened at a video shoot for you, bro?
Oh, brother, you guys want to hear a story?
Yes.
Okay, there's been a few, but nothing too crazy. Like the craziest shit that I've seen, I'd rather not say. But I'll say some light stuff. So at the time when me and Pressa were working, I was dating this girl, and bro, she wasn't all there, you know. So I'm shooting I'm shooting Tory Lanez and Pressa. I only got 24-hour notice, and me and my boy were just trying to figure it all out. We only got 24 hours. We need to get cars. We need to get girls. We need to get the location. We need to just make it happen within this time frame.
Yeah.
So to me, this is like the highest moment that I've reached in my career so far, you know. I'm like, and I've been a fan of Tory Lanez for years, long before this came across me, you know. So knowing how big this day is for me, and I gotta be focused, this and that. One of the models was a previous model that I brought, and my ex did not like this girl, you know. So I had no idea that this girl was gonna come, because my boy linked up with her. They started talking, so he brought her. And so I'm at the video shoot. My girl's downstairs, and I'm already nervous as fuck. Like, I already know she doesn't care who's there. She doesn't care. Like, she just doesn't give no fuck. And so I'm on the phone. I'm like, listen, if you're gonna come up, please, I just need you to like be cool,
just chill,
calm, like just chill, don't do nothing crazy, fam. Just please, you know, like this is a big deal for me. She's like, why? Who's up there? I'm like, oh, fuck, like that's not the response. That's not what I wanted. You know, I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, I meet her at the elevator. Tory Lanez is in there. Everybody's in there. Everybody's in there. This girl's coming out of the elevator. I'm like, yo, please. Like, this is my work. This is everything I came here for. Like, just chill, you know? She's like, I'll behave, you know? And I was like, all right, cool, you know? So I start shooting the video. I can feel her eyes burning the back of my back, just like, because she sees the girls there and she's wondering why the fuck she's there. And so I'm nervous. I can't focus on my shit because I know this bitch just does not care. And then I turned. This is near the end of the video shoot. Thank God Tory Lanez just left. You know, his people just left. All I hear is like, so what the fuck were you doing at my house 2 days ago? Blah, blah, blah. I was literally showing my boy and the girl. I was showing them the Lavish video because the girl was in the Lavish video. So I'm like, they came over. I'm like, whatever. And then just pops off at the video shoot. Cops end up coming.
Whoa.
And I'm just like, because I'm like, yo, you just need to leave. You need to get the fuck out of here. Because she started barking at the girl. These girls are started arguing. And so we had to leave. We had to leave. The cops came. Everybody got kicked out of the Airbnb.
That's
and it was
crazy.
Like, it was just, and I was just happy that Tory Lanez just left. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want these kind of like this drama in front of people that I respect and people that I care about.
No, for sure.
Yeah, you had to cut them kind of bitches off.
No, cut ties, 100%.
They don't take moments that are important for you.
Yeah.
Take as long. You gotta cut ties, you know.
Facts. So even with,
I've seen some other shit, bro. I've seen other shit rappers we all know about. We just can't really discuss them things, but. There's been some crazy shit.
Them ones.
Like I've had my friends, like we're all in a group chat. I added all the directors. Like I created. It's called 6 Shooters. So I called it 6 Shooters. I have all the directors. I have every single. You got Samurai. You got Dario. You got Del Rosario. We got. We have everybody. Everybody's in there. And we share stories within each other that's been going on in the city. And there's been guys that have been caught in the middle of shootouts, having to run away. Like, wow, it's pretty bad sometimes. So it's like the whole violence in the city is just a whole other situation. Like when you're in this position to go shoot for videos that have that street credibility and think you know that things are going on, it's like you gotta go in there with it. Like you kind of wish you had eyes on the back of your head. You feel me? But you just gotta keep it positive and just make sure you make it out.
So that must be the grimiest chat room, not grimy, but like the most juiciest. Like, yo, that chat room right there, the 6 shooters. Oh man, the stories that is being told in that chat room. Wow, I could imagine.
Holy.
I think only the escorts and the strippers. I think their chat rooms probably more turn up.
Probably. That's it.
They're the number one.
That sounds like a very, 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 very nice. I'd like to be a fly on the wall in that conversation to hear what's going on with all these. Yo, I was just shoot out over here and the man then popped off and then I grabbed my camp. Listen.
Crazy.
It happens.
I could imagine what's going on in those chats. That's nuts.
Wow. And even with being like a prominent director, right? And a shooter, as they say, right? Do you get pressure from artists like, yo, can you promote my stuff? Like, using your name to get themselves lit.
Yeah. And what cheeses me about that is some of these artists will come to you for a video, right? So they'll come to you for a video, tell them the price, and be like, yeah, I'll fuck with you. I'll talk to you in a few days. They'll go on and shoot the whole video with somebody else and then send you the video link and tell you to share it on your platform.
Wow.
You're just like, you okay? Like, yo, you all right, bro? Like, come on, bro. So then I won't share it. I just keep it to, I just leave them in the inbox.
So even with your name on the video, right? It's a thing. So like, do you put it on your channel? Like, are you getting like, put it on your channel, fam? Like,
no. So I never created a channel because I knew that when I work with an artist, I'd have to give him the video. I never thought of like, yo, because there's other people that'll be like, yo, you can pay me less and I'll put it on my channel.
See,
I never
that's what I'm getting at.
See, I just never thought of that. I always thought like I just give them the video and that's it. You feel me? So I never created my own channel, but that NV logo, that red logo is so ideal to some people. Like it matters. Like people, like a lot of the times recently over maybe the last 2 years, I just been putting the letter NV, but people will request for me to put the red tag on it because it's so like well known that they want the red background with the NV. Like it matters to them. And I can see why,
It's a brand name.
Yeah, it's a brand name.
Yeah,
it's a brand name.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yo, have you ever had an artist tell you, yo, I don't want you filming that guy's video because he's an op?
I've had ops come and ask me to shoot their video as well. Like I haven't had ops tell me you can't do that. I've had non-rappers DM me. I've had people like that just have beef with certain rappers, be like, yo, if you drop this video, we're coming for you. You know? Like if you do
But
this,
you just filmed the video. You're not recording any of the music. You're just filming the video, and they're telling you if you drop this video, we're coming for you.
Yeah, exactly. So if you drop this video, yeah, exactly. They'll come. Like I had a lot of Road Runners fans come talk to me like that. I've had a few other fans tell me like, I call them fans because they know that they're watching, they're there, they know what's going on, you know. But
facts.
At the end of the day, man, like,
so so no one's
crazy.
told you no, don't film that guy's video because you're ops, but you had the ops come and say, yo, film my video because you filmed our ops video.
That's like that.
That's interesting. Yo, that's very interesting. That's interesting.
Oh, that's like wild.
That. Right? No, Friday? Isn't that like...
No, that's crazy. Like, that's just
like, but from my point of view, it's like it's either a setup, right? It's either a setup or they just want to like push some buttons, you know. But for me, it's like I'll say yeah, you know what I mean. Like I'm not out here on no politics, you know.
Exactly.
So like, well, you want me to shoot your video? Okay, I'm down, you know. Just send over the.
This is my rate,
and I'll make sure I'm there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I've been able to like. I've been all over the city, bro. You know, like I've been everywhere. And some people, like, there's a point where it's like, I would go, like, because of somebody snitching, someone, like, because there's a certain cameraman out there that kind of fucked it up. There was a time where I'd go into the hood and they'd ask me, like, yo, who are you? What's your name? Like, who are you? Blah, blah, because you could just tell, like, they're not too trustworthy anymore. The cameraman, you know. So it's like there's a little bit of time period where it was like a little kind of nerve-wracking because you don't know how much of an edge these guys are on, you know. Some people are like super paranoid. They might take shit south without even having to go in that direction.
That's crazy.
So with that situation that happened with the cameraman not being named, but we know who we're talking about, how did that affect the overall business? Like with you and other shooters, like
I said, it was just extra questions. Like there's extra things that, you know, like maybe like energy that's off a little bit, but nothing too hard. Like I said, there's enough money for everybody to make. So even if like certain artists just didn't want to fuck with you because of they think so and so or whatever, there's always someone else, you know. But for a little bit of time, it felt like these guys were taking extra precautions, you know, and it was like you could feel it, but. I feel like because of my resume, a lot of people in the city are more comfortable working with me, just because like I've been around through a lot of this shit, and my name's clean, you know. So it's like I've established my resume.
Yeah. Even with everything that's going on with our city right now, right? Like, and you've been moving all around, and you're behind the lens, dealing with so much different people. We're dealing with a crazy city with the gun violence going up all the time. What do you think that we can do to bring it down so we're not having such a heated city, yo?
Like, I remember we were talking about this with Road Runner, and it's deep rooted. It's so deep rooted that you have to, I don't know, like. You have to go into those communities and just be there, not just show up for once a week or just have something that goes on this time of the period of the week and then we'll see you guys again next week. It's something that has to be there 24/7. So as soon as someone has a bad, what's it called? Someone giving you bad advice to go do something, you have someone with good advice in your ear telling you you shouldn't. You know, because I feel like some of these kids just don't have that good angel in their ear telling you what, you know, something that off balance the violence. It's deep rooted. So you have to go to the root of it because there's just too much shit going on, bro. And people are you know, it's just full of hate. So it's like some people just need to go. I don't know who, but people just need to go in there and be able to change someone's mind. You know, like they're having a bad day, they can go out and make sure it's a bad day for someone else. You know,
yeah.
I just feel like they just have to be there. There's a lot to do. I don't have the answers, bro, but I just feel like a lot of the situations where I was in, if I had someone good in my ear that could tell me to, you know, maybe you shouldn't do this and add that pressure daily, I might have not gone out and done some shit, you know?
Yeah.
We gotta be held accountable of our own shit. But at the same time, bro, it's like there's a lot of negativity in people's minds. You need someone else to just come in outside the box and just kind of shed some light on that, you know?
No, for sure.
Outside voice of reason. An outside voice of reason, you know, someone that gives you that other side of the coin. Like, yo, you know, if you do this, this is what could happen.
And that's what I mean. Like, you know, like those extra school, like activities or after school programs or shit just to keep these people like busy, just to keep these guys like off the violence. But that all helps, you know, it all contributes.
It's just a combination of things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So with you right now, with everything that's going on, and like, I know everybody's kind of had to recalibrate a bit. What do you have coming up next?
Honestly, I'm going with the flow right now because of quarantine. It is a little slower. I can't, like I said, I can't rent out like locations that I want. I've been taking the time to reinvest though. Like I'm buying stuff for my computer to perform faster, like something for the camera for it to be more. I'm just reinvesting right now because as soon as it is over, I know it's gonna pick up again. Yeah. So when it does pick up again, I just want to make sure I'm in pristine condition to take on the work.
Yeah.
Yo, is there a spot in Toronto you don't like to film in? Because like lately I've been seeing everybody shoots at Dundas Square, bro, and it's cheesy. Like, like
so
music video.
Gutsy, let go of the mic, man.
You don't have to hold the mic,
Jeez.
man.
So I don't have a favorite spot. Like I said, I'll use the studio. Like the studio is my favorite spot just because there's so much different things you could do in it. Mm-hmm. But besides that, if I gotta go out to like a hood or like somewhere, I'm cool with anywhere. I'll go and just get done and let's roll, you know. But as for favorite spots, no, I don't find anywhere in Toronto where I just keep going and overutilize. I mean, we have no choice but to Airbnb, you know, like you just gotta go in there and do it.
But not even favorite, but like a spot you would like. Is there a spot you wouldn't do? Like, is there like?
You're saying played out.
That's
that's what you mean. Like,
or would you even tell the artist like, yo, bro, like 10 people just did a video here?
I'll do
like,
that. I'll do that. Yeah, I'll notify them. Like, yo, there's been bare videos. You sure you want to do it? Like, if you want to do it, we can, you know. But I mean, I wouldn't do it. So if you want to do it, we'll continue, and then it is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
But also, you know what else? That's true. That Gutsy. You know the problems with people too. Yo, that man did it in his video was fire. So if I do it, my video's gonna be fire too. Yeah. But it's like, nah, B, your video's not gonna be. Yeah, you're just dead in the spot. Yeah, you're just dead in the spot.
Yeah.
But like in Toronto, bro, like we don't have much options either, bro. Like we just stuck with Airbnbs, or unless you have real paper where we can go and get a mansion and have some real fun for the next couple hours, then we're just gonna have typical Toronto shit.
Yeah.
Or if you just fly OT.
Do you like employ like location scouts?
Nah, to be honest, like if someone wants to go, I'll go with somebody and with the artist and go look for a spot, but I won't hire nobody. You know, we're not making that kind of money where we're just paying off other people to do shit, you know? Yeah. It's Toronto, bro. You know, there's no what's it called? What did they used to do back in the day?
Video fact.
Yeah, we don't have grants. We don't have grants.
Okay. So, no, you're working with a smaller budget, so you can't afford to employ people. But I'm saying, okay,
ain't nobody got 25 grand.
So basically, you do your own location scouting, right?
We have to. And what sucks is like you find a spot and you're like, oh, this place is nice. You shoot it and boom, trust me, you're not the first there.
Yeah.
You know, so it comes as a surprise.
Or you are the first, and then you see someone else use it after.
Yeah. You just have to, and here, especially in Toronto, you have to just make sure you're the first to try to do some next shit.
Yeah. Flip it in a different way on the post.
Yeah.
Nino Luey in the mother effing building, yo.
Yeah, brother.
Listen, I want to hold you for a moment. We got something called Smoke and Mirrors.